morning, everybody, to all my legends out there. Hope everybody is having an absolutely wonderful Thursday. This is another Talk About It Thursdays. This is episode number 4. And before we get into this Thursday's Talk About It episode, I first want to say big, huge congratulations to Big K's Cards and Collectibles for reaching 1,000 subscriptions. That's an amazing accomplishment. What a feat. I think Coach K, wonderful person. Think his channel, he said he started in November of last year, 2018. So November, December, January, February, and the first week of March. So you're talking maybe 4 months and he's already hit 1,000 subscribers. So what an accomplishment. Congratulations to him. You can see his YouTube channel right here on my screen, Big K's Cards and Collectibles. He does tons of giveaways. Like I said, he's a great person, has 2 great kids, great family man. So anybody watching this, go over and subscribe to his channel. Give him a congratulations. Let's keep his channel growing. You know, hopefully 1K is just the start, 10K, then 20K, and who knows where the limits are. So just wanted to take a couple moments to say huge congratulations to Big K's Cards and Collectibles, and keep on doing the grinding. He's giving tomorrow, he's giving away some Mike Trout rookie, like a $600, $700 Mike Trout PSA graded rookie, and some other Mike Trout cards during his live stream. He does lots of live streams, so definitely check out that if you can. And yeah, let's get into this third week's episode of Talk About It Thursdays. This Thursday, we are going to be talking about the National Sports Collectors Convention. Now, I know it's not coming up here. It says July 31st through August 4th, 2019 in Chicago, Illinois. It's the 40th National, and some of the YouTube creators and content I've been watching over the last couple of weeks, a few of them are starting to mention the National, starting to mention they're getting their plans together, starting to mention about what friends they're going to be meeting up out there, starting to mention, you know, tips and tricks and things like that, what to expect. So I wanted to have a Talk About It Thursdays and talk about the National in my one-time experience at the National that I can remember. Now, bear with me here. As I've always mentioned, I'm an old man, and I used to collect cards when I was a young kid. So all of these stories, you're going to have to think back to card collecting in the 80s, in the early 90s. And this is where really all of these stories take place, and my wonderful memories in this aging mind. But I can remember, and as mentioned, my father was a huge card collector and a sports memorabilia collector. He would collect bats, baseballs, autographs. I mean, you name it, he probably liked to collect it. And we would go to tons and tons of card shows. Tons and tons of card shows. We lived in Texas at this time. So any card shows in the Texas area or around there, we would definitely be going. We would be trying to get autographs from people that signed at the shows. And then when we also moved to Sacramento, we spent a lot of time in Arizona, and we did some card shows there and a lot of card stuff in Arizona. Not so much in Sacramento, as I was getting kind of older, and it was kind of my dad was just getting out of the hobby, and we weren't really, you know, hanging out or bonding over card collecting and stuff like that anymore. But I can remember my dad taking me to the National Sports Collectors Convention. Now, I don't remember if it was called that back then. I don't remember the exact title. It's the 40th version this year, and I don't know if the name has had some iteration changes or anything like that, but I can remember this is, you know, I think, and I want to say, I don't remember this exactly, but I want to say it was in Arlington, Texas, or maybe somewhere, you know, in the Dallas area or somewhere in Texas. And maybe that was part of the reason why we were able to get to go so easy, or my dad was so excited to go because it was in kind of our local area, and that's why we went. And I couldn't tell you the year to save my life, but how I do know the year is I remember getting these 1990 Upper Deck Hockey Wayne Gretzky and Patrick Waugh promo sets at the National, and that being a huge deal. and a huge big chase for all the collectors. And so I looked them up on eBay. You can see them here on my screen. These are the exact cards. I'll never forget these cards for my entire life. But yeah, we went to the National, and now I know the year was 1990. I would have never known that if it wasn't for looking up this information. So you're talking 29 years ago, maybe the 11th version of this card show. So it wasn't even that old by then. But yeah, these promo sets, this is before even jersey cards and all of that's kind of craze and stuff. But I can remember every single day. And I remember my dad and I, we stayed there 2 or 3 days at least, I remember. And I remember every single day, almost all the time, I would be chasing down these cards to try to get them. I don't know why. Promo sets and like rare cards where you could only get them at certain places because you could only get these at the National, not in packs or anything like that, were always highly appealing and highly sought after. And so I can just remember running around trading, trying to get them for free, trying to convince the people giving them out to get me extras. And I can remember I probably picked up I think I picked up more of the Wall than the Gretzky. The Gretzky was more of a popular card than the Wall, but they were both, like I said, everybody was trying to get them because they were exclusive. And I can remember I probably had 20 to 30 copies of the Wall and maybe 15 to 20 copies of the Gretzky, I can remember. And I can remember having those cards forever. I don't have any clue what happened to those cards right now. I think they might have been burned up in my condo when my condo burned down, but that's a whole nother talk about it Thursday that we will be getting into later. So stay tuned for that episode. That'll be a fun one with plenty of card collecting and life lessons to be had. But yeah, I can remember going to the National, and these were the cards, and they're actually $30 for these 2 cards, and I had 30 of each or something. Wow, that'd have been quite a bit of a find or a come up. I don't know if they're selling for this, but this is what they're listed for. I doubt they're selling for that. They're probably worth maybe $5 to $10 in reality. So not that big of a loss, or don't miss them. I never really collected hockey, even in the first place, anyways. So nothing too deeply saddening. But I do have a fond memory of these cards, and I do remember cherishing these cards for a very long time and spending quite a bit of my time over a few days chasing after them and being successful. As a little kid, I think I would have been around 12 years old in 1990 at this time. So you can imagine a little 12-year-old kid just running around happy as can be, trying to collect cards and get autographs. And I can remember the National. I mean, when you want to talk about sports card shows, this thing was crazy. I think, like I said, my dad and I know we spent 2, 3, maybe 4 days there. Like they say in, Chicago, it's like 5 days show. And I remember walking all day. I mean, you're talking 8, 10 hours a day, all around, trying to see everything, trying to take in all the events, all the signings. And I remember we probably didn't even see, we probably saw 70%, 75%. And that was hustling around and doing everything we can. So a really amazing show. If you take your little kids there, they'll have a blast. It's a memory that I'll never forget. It was the time of my life. I love sports card collecting. So just being immersed in all of that, just amazing stuff. I mean, the National, you'll see stuff that'll just blow your mind of how, rare and awesome and cool it is. And then it's fun, you get to be in a new city. It's a kind of a vacation. There's lots of great deals to be had and pickups. You can find some of the stuff you've been searching for forever that you can't find online, stuff that's just not available to the regular public. So yeah, I would highly recommend everybody checking out the 40th National Card Show in Chicago, Illinois. It's from July 31st to August 4th, 2019. So plenty of time to plan with your families. Something any serious card collector or, enthusiast should definitely think about. I'm sure most already know about all this and have been there plenty of times. But if you've never been to one, or you're thinking about something fun to do with your family and you guys card collect or want to bond, over a fun weekend worth of activities, it's a great, wholesome, friendly place to do it. And just remember, you want to bring some good walking shoes and try to, get a little exercise before going, because you'll want to be in, reasonable shape to get around and enjoy the show. Anyway, that's our episode today of Talk About It Thursdays. episode number 3 wrapped up. We're putting out daily videos, so everybody, I hope you're enjoying the content. Any kind of other content you want to see, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Cannot be more appreciative of anybody listening to this or taking the time out of their day to interact with me. You can always go and contact me on my website, lineoflegends.com, through YouTube. I'm really easy to get a hold of. Love giving away cards and love talking to other card collectors. All right, everybody. Have a great Thursday. Take care. Talk to you soon.